Hello everyone, this is Vicky, StitchNButton. It is Wednesday, December 1st. Getting a little late in the day, and I've just been busy. I got bags done. That took a lot of my time trying to get all that done, and I had special orders, and had to send a whole bunch of stuff out, and had to do some Cricut stuff, and I had a nail emergency. Let's tell you about my nail emergency. So, I had to do my nails today, because if you saw my last video, my nails were starting to grow out with the polish that was on them. That was some Color Street sticker nail polish stuff. Works pretty good. It stays on pretty good. And my nails were getting too long to the point where I couldn't type or anything. And I had a mishap. I knew I needed to cut down my nails, but I just didn't have the time. You know, it was Thanksgiving here in the U.S. not too long ago. Last Thursday. And for my birthday on Wednesday, I ended up driving 8 hours plus to go pick up my son up in Beverly Hills, Florida, that is, and bring him down, and then he stayed until Friday, and then I drove him back again, which was 8 hours plus round trip, to get him back so he can go to work on Saturday. On the way back, as one does on a long trip, I stopped at a red stop to go to the bathroom, and I bent my nail back when I was wiping myself. I was not aggressively wiping myself. It's just stupid stuff that happens to me. That's one of them. Well, it hurt, obviously. And I couldn't figure out why it kept on hurting later on. It just was sorer than it should be just from a bend. Well, I found out Saturday, Sunday, Monday I figured it out, that it was actually cracked all the way down here. It bent and broke all the way down here. And I've been sort of babying it. I did cut down my nails and file them because I just didn't have time to redo my nails or anything. And I wasn't ripping it off because that's going to hurt even more. So today I got all my orders out yesterday and the day before. And then I decided to do my nails before I did my video. So I went a little Christmas-like. And I did the gel nail polish instead because it's extra thick. And I put an extra layer on this one. And that'll give it time to grow out before I have to rip it off. There's story time. Let's see. Thanksgiving was fine. I mean, my birthday was driving, which is fine. And Thanksgiving was fine. I cooked. And then I made 8 bags that night after I finished cooking. Just busy. Thursday I did not do bags because I had to drive all that way again. And I was just done. So I finished everything up. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, Sunday. I was up until 5 o'clock in the morning working. Monday, I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning packing things up and everything. Tuesday, I sent out 2 bags plus an extra package full of orders that need to go out. And today I sent out a couple of more things, and I'll have more to send out tomorrow. So it's been busy. It's been busy for me. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I like to keep busy. Wednesday, on our way up, as one should when you drive by a Michael's or any craft store, you should stop. So I did. And it was my birthday, so that is a new addition. I think it was only $15. It holds like 4 rolls of vinyl in each one or more. I think this one right here actually has 5 rolls. And it goes all the way down. There's, let me see, where you see the red there, from that red, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more compartments down, and it's got a whole nother side. So I've almost totally filled it. That's how much vinyl was sitting behind the camera in bins, and I needed to find something to do with it. So that is the best way to do it. Although, when I go to close the door, I sort of have to push the hooks up so they set better, because there isn't quite enough gap at the top of the door, but it's fine. I also bought one of those 3-tiered carts, the rolly carts, the wider one, so you can't see it. Can't see it. Anyway, my Cricut's behind me on that, and I bought the tray that goes on top, the wooden piece that goes on top, so the Cricut could sit on it, and I could put stuff in that top drawer. I just haven't yet. The other two have my whips in them. I had them standing up in the project bags. And it's not all of them either, because there's a shelf behind that I have even more on. And then there's all these that are hanging, because we'll get into how many whips I actually have. Grab this as a matter of fact. So, grand total for all the birthday starts was 22. One being the 30th I started it, and it was just a last minute decision to start that. And then I have, in my plans, I'll show you, I have at least one more that I want to start this month, but later on, I think. So this month, December, is going to be pretty much finished whatever I can, right? I started whatever I wanted, now I'm going to finish whatever I can, and I'll show you those and the plans and the expectations on those. So let's get into what I've stitched. I don't have any finishes. No, almost, which my plan is to finish this one tonight, and I'll show you that at the end. So let's get into what I started, because all of these are new starts. I started Limited Addition. This is an ink circles. I bought it a couple of years ago at Galleria. Let me see. 2019. I think I bought it at Galleria. And it came as a kit. It came with the threads and the fabric. And it even came with this cute little floss ring with it to put all the flosses on. And it had a needle on this piece of felt. So I made sure to do at least 200 stitches or more on all of the pieces that I was starting, and this is my small start. You can see that the flower was started. Working my way down, I figure the flower will give me good counting points to put the border blocks around, and that was about 200 stitches. This needle minder is a Starbucks cup. Normally, when I'm still working, I put the needle in the handle to stand it up, and then when I go to put it away, I just lay it down the bottom. And those are available in my shop. I think they come in handy. I think I was using like a 8x8, so they come in handy because they're smaller needle minders. So there's a start. Next, this is going in my to be finished this month also, by the way. This one is the 1989 Celestial Santa that I had picked up from the freebie table at Stitch West. I have a few of this series that my friend Diane had given me that I made, and they hang on my tray every year. So of course I had to swipe this one up. I'm using the called for threads, although if you see this, it's really, really red. Yeah, none of my other ones are that red either, and this one followed suit. It's more of a brownish red. That's the color. So I started him and got this far. I think it's just over 200 stitches. But there's not much else. There's not much to him, so if you figure I've already finished the face and all this hair here, and that was just in one sitting. Oh, and his little brim here. So that was just in one sitting. So 1 or 2 more sittings and I'll have that done. So that's going in my to be finished pile. I have a pile. Alright. I started one of the ones that Belinda had sent me. Emerald Mermaid. I went and pulled fabrics, and I started this one, but I didn't start Enchanted Mermaid. I thought about starting her, but I figured I'll start this one. I put her on a piece of, it's Under the Sea Fabrics Atlantis. It's a Lugana, and it is 32 count. And that's how far I got. That is 200 stitches, believe it or not. ET on that one. I didn't have any more Under the Sea type minders, so I like ET. That is available in my shop. So she got started, but her and Enchanted are still in the same bag. Next, I started a freebie, and I tried to look for a finished photo, a cover photo of some sort. I couldn't find anything. This was a free chart from Douglas Designs. It's Douglas Designs. V. Douglas, I think her name was Vivian Douglas. And she, from November 1998, it's a free chart from Douglas Designs, Narcissus, A Year in Flowers, number 11. I don't have any of the other flowers. I think I just got this one because November is my month. And it's this flower. It's small. And this is as far as I got on that. So this is possibly a finish also. I am not putting, there are two borders. One's a square border. I don't think I want to put that because it's white and you're not going to really be able to see it. Is it white? Yeah, it's white. You won't be able to see it. And then there's a black border that goes around bigger on the other side of the words. I think what I'm just going to do is the flower, the word November down here, and the narcissus up here. And that's it. I'm not going to put it again down the sides. But I've had that kitted like over 10 years. So I figured I'd get that started. Get it out of the way. I'm tired of looking at it kitted up. So I'm going to put this in with the to be finished this month. Next. Around the World in 80 Days from Little House Needleworks. I think I bought this in 2014, 2015 from Needlecraft World before they closed. And this is how far I have gotten. That's 200 stitches. It's a Never-Ending Story needle minder. I figured because Around the World in 80 Days is a book. That's available in my shop. And this is on, I forget the fabric I chose, but it should be written here somewhere, right? I'm not using all the colorful colors, I don't think, either of the look. Maybe I am. No, I'm using a Victoria motto, and I changed out Mountain Mist for Deep Sea. Probably because I just didn't have the colors. And this is on a piece of 32 count Lugana in Poltergeist from Silk Weaver. It's got a purpley gray shade to it. And I liked it better than the plain. That is not going to be a finish this month. Because I started just the house. And that was just part of the top of the house. I didn't even finish the whole roof or anything. So it's going to be a big one. Well, not a big one. But stitch heavy one is what I'm looking for. Oops. Let me put the chart in here. Actually, put it over here. Because I have a folder thing up there that I hold them in. What am I using? Okay. So, on my birthday, I did start the one I intended to start, which was Primrose Needleworks, 272 words. This is done on 32 count Vanilla Latte from Bestitch Me. It takes the whole half yard. I may have 4 inches at the bottom, maybe, but I'm working with like an 1.5-inch border. No, 2-inch border on the sides. But I like a 3-inch. And that's how far I got. Now, I did the initial 200 stitches, and I think I did another 100 stitches for, excuse me, one of the challenges. So, each one of these stars is 31 stitches, so that's easy to count, right? And the pages, the stitching on it, I mean, the charts are printed really large. Excuse me. So, just one page. This is the end. No. Like, this is the end of the page, I think. And then this goes to the very bottom of the page. So, just that bit is on one page, which makes enough. Excuse me. Allergies. So, it just makes the chart massive. In the long run, it's like 20 pages. So, the whole top that runs across is 5 pages. So, it's 5 pages wide by 4 pages long. Alright. I was going to do some more on there, and then I decided to do this other new start the other day. So, in looking, I was looking for some of my larger white envelopes for when I have larger bags and stuff. Couldn't find any, but I found the bag that I put a whole bunch of my kitted projects in. Not started, just kitted. And as I glanced through there, I found 2 more that I really wanted to start before the end of the year. So last night, no, the night before, was it last night? Last night, I went ahead and started this one. This is a kit that was sent to me from Vicky Reading and Stitching. Design Works, which I think was Design Works. I don't think it was at Dimensions. No. Anyway, so it's a Jim Shore Santa, and its actual name is 12 Days. And so I'm calling it 12 Days Santa. I always like the whole 12 Days of Christmas thing, and obviously I'm doing the 12 Days from Plum Street, but I like that you don't have to do multiples of everything. I think there are 5 rings there, but everything else is just a couple of here and there. So I'm not doing 8 maids of milking, yeah, or 7 swans. So I really like the filigree portion around the outside. This came with 14 count Aida, but I changed it out. I had 2 tubes of 28 count Monaco, and one is going for one of the things I'm going to start. I'll show you next month, or later on this month, I should say. And one went to this one. And I'm trying to... This used the whole fat quarter, which is it a fat quarter? It's a little bit wider than a fat quarter, I think. But it used the whole piece. And it came with all the floss. I redid the floss because it came on one of those skimpy floss cards that was just pulled halfway through the hole and dangling there. So I made my own, and I printed out an extra listing and did that. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. So this is how far I got. I just started in the bottom right hand corner, and using my little gingerbread guy. Oh snap, because his leg is broken. And that's available in my shop. But that's how far I got. It's, I think, 200 stitches on the dot, or 219 stitches, something like that. But that's how far I got. I was glad with the start. I was happy with the start. All right, I'm better now. I had to go get a box of tissues. My box was empty. I had to get a box of tissues, so I also made my whip count while I was off camera. All right, back to work. Another one I started. This is Lighthouse Keeper from Twin Peak Primitives. I saw this on Pam and Steph, I think. Did Pam stitch it already? I'm pretty sure she did. Anyway, I thought it was really cute, nice small. I bought it way back and I've had it kitted forever. And I am stitching this on Vinmoco, Vintage Country Mocha, in dead threads. I pulled out threads from different things that I just wanted to use up all the threads. This is another one of the coffee cups. I have them in black and white. I might even have blue. So, and I had this on like I think I put together 2 Q-snaps to make it 6x8. So I started on her dress and I sort of fussy stitched with the variegated thread. That thread is, not that you can get it anymore, I don't think. This one you may be able to get. That's not the one. Okay, I am using Earth Day from Color and Cotton. That's another one I chose, but the rest of them you can't get. And this one is Winter Mints from 6 Strand Sweets. That's what I'm doing her dress in. But I fussy stitched so both the sleeves would be sort of the same color, and went around in squares. I want to say circles, but not really squares. And instead of just doing stripes. So I started on her dress, and that was 200 stitches, and then I put her away. So this could be possibly a finish also, but it's not high on the list of finishes. But I will put it in that pile, and then we'll talk about it. This is going to be a long one, so if you haven't paused to go get a drink, you might want to do that. Okay, next one, the last one I started, is October 31st. Cottage Garden. I am pretty sure this just came out in October. I'm pretty sure it's one of the newest ones. This one I am stitching using, I'll tell you in a minute. Apparently I didn't write it on there. I'm using 32 count Diversity from Mystic Fabrics, and I do believe I'm using black instead of Raven, and I'll tell you in a minute. I used some of my thread drops that I got from Jennifer and from Audrey. Let's see. So I am using, this looks like all DMC except for Banker's Gray. I am using Banker's Gray instead of Tin Bucket because I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So this is how far I got. That's 200 stitches. That's going to be a lot of stitches if you compare. First time showing cross stitch on a video, huh? If you compare that 200 stitches with just that, there's going to be a whole bunch of stitching going on there. This will not be a finish this month. That'll be finished next year for sure. All right. Put that over there. My stuff is going to fall down. I can tell already. All right. And that is everything that I've started so far, right? Now, how do I want to do this? All right, so I already showed you that one, and I showed you that one, and I showed you that one. I did some stitching on, you see how prepared I was. I actually was kind of prepared. On Too Tight. And I don't have the picture of it on me right now. It's all the way over there. Anyway, it's just a little bit more of his butt and her arm, and then a couple of snowflakes I need to do. This is the one I want to finish tonight. I think it's totally possible. And basically she put on his scarf and popped his head off. Stuff happens, right? I don't know if I have any more of these in my shop. You can look if you're interested. I can't remember off the top of my head. I am not using the called for colors. I think out of all the, I used a bunch of the DMC. I'm looking at my working copy. But instead of changing all the colors for the hats and the scarves, I decided, well, she doesn't even have a scarf, does she? Maybe that's why her head's still on. Anyway, I used a variegated. I used 2 different variegateds, as a matter of fact, because 2 different colors. I used Cool Azul from Classic Colorworks. Some white. And then for hers, I used one of the 6-strand sweets I had. There was a good variegation. That's how I was able to get the stripes. I fussy stitched that. Raspberry Sorbet. So those are the colors that I used on her hat and his hat and scarf. And then I used the DMC that was called for. This is by Sue Hillis Designs, and I'm almost positive it's still available. I don't think she's retired any of her stuff, but that's still available. It's one of the half-size charts. It's really cute. I think I would have, it's on, I'm looking, it's on linen. It's on Blue Wing. It's called 28 count blue wing linen. It's really stiff. I'm almost positive it's got to be a Witchell, I want to say. It's like one of those permanent linens. And I'm not crazy with it. It's kind of gauzy. I feel like, not gaudy, gauzy. I feel like it would have been better for a prim type pattern instead of a whimsical pattern because of the way it stitches up. But it's fine. I'm not redoing it. I'm not restarting it. So that's what I stitched. Now, I decided while I was away that I was going to do a giveaway. And I'll announce that at the end. Got to keep you waiting. So, let's go on to gifts. I received some birthday gifts, some great birthday gifts. So, I received a small package from Canada. Shannon. Shannon Dick is on, I think, she's Shannon D. Oh, Shannon, what is your IG? I don't know. She's on Instagram, and a lot of people, she talks to a lot of stitchers. But she sent me a little birthday package. Now, one thing she sent me, I ended up giving to my son because she sent me an Eagles t-shirt. I'm too large for it. She had a feeling that it might not be big enough for me, and she said, just do what you need to do if you make it into something. But my son is also a big Eagles fan. He's got the tattoo to show it, so I gave it to him, and he's very happy to have it. So thank you, Shannon. She also sent a card and a needle minder. I can use this now. I'm going to have to find something to put it on. This is a needle minder from Maples, Minders, and More. And it says Death Before Decaf. It's got zombies, it's got the skull, it's got the coffee. She hit all the tick marks. She sent me an Eagles t-shirt. Here is Maples, Minders, and More information. She's got a Facebook group, Maples, Minders, and More. So there you go. And she sent me, this is another thing that ticks off one of the spots. There's an inside joke about the legendary thing. So she sent me this card, which I love it. And I'm going to have to make floss drops, thread drops out of the card. I also received, all the way from Switzerland, a happy birthday postcard, which I'm going to make into floss drops also. Remember, I did a whole bunch of them. This is going to be added onto those. And I received a birthday card from Amy. Amy loves Toad. He's so cute. I love penguins. So also will be floss drops. I received a random chart in the mail, and I finally figured out who it was. She wasn't going to tell me at first. It was Shannon. Shannon sent me a chart that was on my 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list, and I had this on there. There's a couple of things I really want to stitch on here, and thank you so much, Shannon. Love this book. The smalls are just too adorable. I don't know that I want to do him that color. So, I'd do one of these ones first anyway. I think those are my favorites out of here. But I'm very happy with this book. I received, when I went to go pick up my son, his girlfriend gave me this bag. And in the bag was this ornament that she made for me. Again, the whole Eagles thing. So, very happy with that. I have the ornaments to make those with the cricket and everything. I just haven't gotten around to do it. I've been doing bags. So, that was another gift. And last but not least, I received yet another package from Belinda, which she said it was birthday / Christmas. And it was this. Not only was it Raven Queen, but she kitted it with what they had in stock. I have to go through. I think there's like 1 or 2 Krynics they might not have had, or maybe 1 or 2 beads. But what a way to start off. Now I just have to figure out what I want to stitch it on. I think I want to do a light lavender or a light blue, but I don't have any fabrics that I like right now, so I'm going to have to shop for a fabric. And I'll probably start her next year. I saw Jessie Marie's, and she did a gorgeous job on hers. So I know it's a large undertaking, but she's definitely going to... It'll give me time to shop for fabric, right? I did make a couple of purchases, yeah, because, like, I needed one more thing. One was made a while ago, and, actually, this is 2 purchases. One was made a little while ago, and I had her hold it, and then I made another purchase, and she sent it all together. This is from Valerie at To Live and Die LA. I purchased, hang on, trying to see. Okay, so I got, when she had her little trick-or-treat sale, I ended up getting Trick for the thread. I guess I should look. Alright, let's get rid of that bag. We'll do that. How do you pass up some thread? I didn't even know what it was going to look like, but I love it. I think that's really cool. And this was the fabric. It ended up being a mystery fabric. 32 count Lugana, Halloween Town. It's a fat quarter. That's pretty much the, there you go. Purpley brown. I guess I should open it up. Crinkle, crinkle, guys. Just think, crinkle is the anticipation of something new coming out, right? I should have taken them all out because I don't store them in the plastic. I just sort of opened it up and threw it all back together. So there you go. I think that's, it's got some orange in there. That's cool. Alright, so that was the one order that I had placed. Then I had placed a mystery box. I purchased one of her mystery boxes. And in it came a good amount of fabric for what I paid. It was definitely worth more than... And that's what she was doing. I think she was getting rid of older stock. I think. I could be wrong. Let's see. So I ended up getting, what's that? 4 pieces of fabric. I think I bought like the medium mystery. And I told her, whatever you have extra of, either 28 or 32 count even weave. So that's what she did. Okay, I got a fat quarter of Pensive. It's 28 count Lugana. And it's this aqua blue color with like a dark blacky purple. Love that. I also got Every Flavor Beans. And this is an opalescent. It's in 28 count. And it's a fat eighth. I wonder if one of my pixies will go on that. A piece of Loyal 28 count Lugana. It's a 9x12. Black. It's a little bit darker than that. Not too bad though. When I say darker, I mean the black. It's a little darker. And then a fat quarter of Monarch and 28 count Lugana. And I love blue. So this is definitely one of the faves. So that is Live and Die LA. She's got a website and a Facebook group. Alright. And she used these really cute bags. I told you that I signed up for a tea box every month from Sips By, and I did try the strawberry tea out of it. I ended up using the whole thing, but I used a lot more water because it suggested 8 ounces of water, 1.5 teaspoons per 8 ounces of water. So I ended up using the whole thing. I like the flavor, but I feel like this strawberry would have been best as an iced tea. After I brewed it, I should have made it into an iced tea. It was pretty sweet without having to add sugar. I thought it had a good sweetness to it, and it was tart. I really like it. It had a good amount of flavor. It was the loose tea, and I liked it. Did I try one of the other ones yet? I don't remember trying one of the other ones just yet, but I did start, and it still smells just like strawberry in there. But I kept the wrapper so I could remember to tell you about it. And then today, this came in the mail, which is my December teas. So I figured, good, then I could share that with you. Let's see. Spicy Masala Chai. I'm not crazy on chai. I'll try it, though. I'll at least sniff it. No jitters, no crash. 3 times more caffeine than regular tea. Okay, then. So, that's, it's by Zest Tea. Energy tea. Cool. And then I got Tulsi Peppermint. It's an organic from India. Peppermint's always a good one for me. Then I got this loose tea. And this one is green tea and jasmine. You can't smell it through the packaging, which I guess is good. It keeps it fresh. The reusable tea bags. I don't know if they must send it with every box, especially if there's loose tea. And then Earl Grayer, the Republic of Tea. High caffeine. They're like ticking off all my boxes here, aren't they, with this caffeine? So it looks like there's 4 of each of the tea bags, I think. Wait. Okay, no. There's 4 of the energy tea, 4 of the mint. Oh, there are 4. 4 of the Earl Grayer. Oh my God, is that like 50 shades of tea? And then 1 sachet this time. So it's still 4 different types of tea, but only 1 was loose. And I think I get the $15 a month box. And it comes in this cute little box. Sipsby.com. Alright. Then 2 more purchases. They were charts. There was a sale. I bought these 2. Welcome to Tatooine and Welcome to Dagobah. They are from Country Magic Stitch, all one word, on Etsy. Well, did I get them on Etsy? I think I got mine on Etsy, but it looks like they may have a website. So, Country Magic Stitch. I know I got mine from Etsy, but I bought these two. They have others that are like visit and welcome to and stuff like that. And they're full coverage. They're smaller full coverage, but I like them. They have more of the Star Wars. They have other kinds too. So check them out. And then there was a sale, and I had been eyeing this one. So I only printed out the top sheet to show. I bought Bewitched from Autumn Lane. I bought that on their Etsy also. So those are purchases and gifts and goods. Oh, where does this go? Oh, that goes over there. Okay, now, plans. I plan on starting one more before the end of the year, and it is going to be this Realist Kit. Now, I did change out the stiff Ada that was included with this. It was 14 count, so I did change it out with the white Monaco 28 count, and I was able to cut off a small piece of that, like a 6-inch strip off of it, and then use the rest for this. And it does have the woolly type thread, so wish me luck. But maybe if it's not on Ada, it'll work out better. I don't know. The Monaco seems to be pretty stiff also. Oh, and then on that other kit, that Jim Shore kit, it says they give you DMC colors so you know what color it's close to, but that it may not be DMC. This stuff is definitely not DMC. It is rough. It feels like it was beat up against a rock. And then when I pulled the strands, a couple times it got knotted. I had to be really careful. And then it looked like braided hair does, like all wavy. Really weird. So I may need to use thread conditioner on it. I made that. Okay. Now, plans for finishing. These are the ones. Besides Too Tight, and the ornament, and the flower, and the Lighthouse Keeper, I have this little tiny one that I started on the plane coming back from Stitch West. So that's that one. I plan on finishing that up. I just need to sit down and do it. It shouldn't take that long. I put it on a piece, I think it's a 35 count Witch's Brew, or 32 count Witch's Brew. And then under it, I'll do, where is the little guy? Him. So I definitely want to finish the haunted house. So that's a goal on that. Then there's my Alice in Wonderland from the Little Stitcher. I think it's feasible. I don't know if I'll be able to do it all, but it's one of my goals. I would like to finish her up because I've got all this done. And I just need to do that bottom panel and the bottom border. I think I think it's doable. I don't have any like Sammy does with only 6 stitches in it. So, okay. 2 more that I think are very feasible to finish are Kermit and Miss Piggy. I don't think I have their pictures here. I had put them in before, but it's basically the eyes, and then it says moi, and then it's her necklace for Miss Piggy. And I had started, that's 200 stitches in one eye so far, but I think I could get a finish. And then on Kermit, he is 2 eyes, and then the words, it isn't easy being green, and then his little green frill at the bottom, and that's one of his eyes I started. So those I think I may be able to finish. I'm going to go for as many as possible. Then I have this one I'd like to finish up, and this is from Connie G's Designs, and it is Wish Upon a Star. This one I am stitching on some vintage country mocha, and that's how far I've gotten. So I just had to finish up the words another 2 stars and some more border, and it's done. So I think that's totally feasible to get that done for the end of the year. I have True Colors, the True Colors cell from Stitch Life. I mean, it's only this big, right? And I have all that done. This is being stitched on, did I write it down? I have it somewhere. Let's see. I'm using DMC, and it's on Crystal Whimsy from Picture This Plus. 28 count Lugana. So it's got the sparkle to it. So that's how far I am. I definitely can finish that up. I just have to do, I had one little petal on the bottom border, but yeah, I can finish that up. Then, let's see, I have I-31, Get Up and Run from Prairie Moon. I am stitching this on, I think it's called Cauldron. 28 count Lugana in Cauldron. And that is from Picture This Plus. And I've got half of it done. So this is also a pretty, I mean, it'll take me a good push, but I'm pretty sure I can get that done. It's feasible. And then there's one more. And I kept a stack. I kept them all together so I could just go from one to the next, right? This last one is just barely started, but I think I could get it finished. It's a little snow. It called for some overdyed threads. I don't know. I did not pay attention to that. That's all I've gotten done on that so far. But, and that's just around this one snowflake in the center. I possibly could get this finished if I push myself. I stitched two of the from the A Little series, and on the other two I went and changed out the fabrics, I mean the threads with Victoria Motto threads, so that's what I did with this one. I just, because I have so many, I just wanted to use it on that. So that's one more, the last one. And my piles have now scattered to the finished areas. Alright, that gives me, right now, I'm standing at 78 whips. With everything that I've started, I brought it up to 78. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Possibly 12 finishes. That'll bring it back down to 68, 66, 66. That's not bad. Not bad. Not for all the ones I started. Plus, there's other ones during the year that I'll definitely get done. I want to strive for getting One Nation done. I definitely want to finish at least one more of the Santas. I have the Moose to finish by the end of the year. I'm going to break that up into 12 parts. Oh, I didn't pull out Let's Do Coffee. That's another one I possibly could finish before the end of the month. I gotta pull that one out. That is from Imaginating. So I have to pull that one out. Like I said, there are a good amount of these that I can get done if I really just break down and get them done. So tonight I'm gonna finish Oh Too Tight. That's my, cross your fingers, that's gonna be done, and then I could start on something else. So giveaways. I have 2 charts I want to give away. They are from the ones that Belinda sent me. Aussie Stitcher. Gonna go ahead and give 2 of them away because it's the spirit of Christmas, right? First one is Angel Proclamation. I always forget. I always want to call it Angels Dwell here. Angel Proclamation. It's from Mirabilia. It's just the chart. It was opened, but it's in really good condition. I'm not going to stitch this one. It's cute. I won't stitch it. So if you're interested in Angel Proclamation, put Angel in your comment. Next one is Winter's Grace. I actually have this from the magazine, so I don't need this one. I might as well give it away. So since I have the magazine one, I figured somebody else can use this one. Winter's Grace from Joan Elliott. If you are interested in this one, put Winter in your comment. And I will pull the winners in 2 weeks when I do my video again. Look at my notes real quick. I don't think there was anything else. And I lost that piece of paper that I was writing on anyway, so I guess I don't have any good notes. I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday, whether it was Thanksgiving or not, or at least the last 2 weeks. And happy Hanukkah to those that are celebrating Hanukkah. I think it's still going on. I think you're on night 4, if I'm not mistaken. I will be back in 2 weeks. I have to start cutting bags again. I have some Cricut projects that I want to do also. So use some of that vinyl over there. And the machine that I spent so much money on. There was something else and I can't quite remember. I guess it wasn't that important. If so, then I'll write it down next time. Oh, there was one more thing. I know everyone's doing whip parades, and I had wanted to get one done early. Obviously, that wasn't in the cards for me, so I may do my whip parade closer to the end of the year. Either the end of this month or the beginning of next month. Because it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to be massive with all these whips. Plus, if I try to fit, maybe I'll do it in the beginning of January. That way, if I finish as many as I want, there won't be as many in the whip parade. How about that? I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I might get I don't know, figure I gotta get stuff done. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a minute and be like, nope, I'm ready to do it now. We'll see. I can never tell what I'm going to want to do from 1 minute to the next. So, yep, all done. I need to go clean this up real quick and get to stitching because I've got about 12 I need to finish by the end of the month. I hope everyone is well, and I love all the comments. Thank you, everyone, for who, what shalt thou, dear Juliet? No. Okay. For those of you that wished me a happy birthday or thought of me having a great birthday, thank you so much. I did. It wasn't eventful, which is fine also, because I'd rather have not humdrum, just a regular day, than any kind of drama. So there's that. Although, somebody in this town needs to get me a pineapple upside down cake. I did not get one, so I'm going to have to yell at somebody. Or just go buy one. I don't know. I don't want to bake. Somebody needs to make me one. Yeah, my mouth is watering. I need a pineapple upside down cake. See you in a couple of weeks. I will draw those winners right before my video, either Winter or Angel, if you are interested in one of those two. Don't say giveaway, be over 18, and be a subscriber. And know that I'll need your address, so you'll have to get in touch with me. So, see you in a couple of weeks. Oh my goodness, don't forget, because I did, don't let anyone steal your sunshine.